Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make some sweet potato vegan pierogi. Pierogi are Polish dumplings stuffed with cheese and potatoes, and here I'm going to take my own rendition of it. Start by cooking split green peas according to the directions. This of course depends on the split pea that you get, but normally it's just done by boiling in a bit of vegetable broth or water for an extended period of time. And then we're going to chop 3/4 cups of shallots and mince 3 garlic cloves, like the bladed Anthony Bourdain once said. You can tell the quality of a restaurant when they use shallots instead of just yellow onions, although I love yellow onions. So be sure to finally mince these two together. And then we're gonna cut up some sweet potato, more so mash up some sweet potatoes. So I baked 3 sweet potatoes in advance. You're going to want to do this as well. I didn't show it in the video, but note it to yourself. And once they're fully cooked and you can stick a fork through it without any issue, you're going to take off the skin and mash it up by hand. You can choose to do this by fork if mashing it up by hand freaks you out. This will of course constitute the base, the inside filling of our pierogi, slightly healthier than the russet potato filling, but equally as delicious. Now we're going to add 1 to 1.5 cups of your favorite vegan cheese. This was a combination of homemade vegan cheese and also store-bought because I needed to get rid of some of the stuff that was frozen and chilling in my freezer for a while. And I used some store-bought as well because I didn't have the time or patience to make another batch. So do as you will. Mozzarella works very nicely, as well as perhaps a sharp cheddar if you can find a brand that you like. Mix it up until it's a nice cohesive dough and let it stand for just a little bit. We're going to fry up or saute the garlic and shallots in broth or oil. I chose to do it in some vegetable broth. And then add your cooked split peas. And then add your salt and pepper seasoning. Add your sweet potato to the mix and let it stand on the side while we make our dough for the dumplings. So the dough preparation is pretty simple. This is my own flared up and jazzed up version of a pierogi dough. We're going to add 2 cups of flour, salt to taste. I added about a teaspoon and a half's worth of salt, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, a teaspoon of olive oil, and 1 to 1.5 cups of water. This of course depends on the hydration of your flour, so you're going to add water until it becomes a full tacky dough, but not too much where it becomes a sticky dough. It should be somewhere right in between, and it shouldn't stick to your fingers but remain a bit tacky. You're going to let the dough rest for about 15 minutes so the gluten develops, and then we're going to spread it out on a bit of semolina flour because we're going to use the semolina flour to help us roll out our dough into a flat sheet, almost as if it were a biscuit. Because then we're going to take your largest biscuit cutter and individually take out little biscuit portion circles that will be used to create the dumpling when we're going to fill it. So do this until all of your dough is used up, and then you can use the remainder of your dough to create additional pierogi. Using about 1 tablespoon to 1.5 tablespoons worth of the sweet potato filling, you're going to add this to the center of your dumpling, and then very carefully grab the top layer and fold it over, adding some pressure, and then use a fork to indent and crimp the edges so that the filling doesn't fall out when you boil them in some water. Do this to all of your dumplings until the remainder of your mixture is used. Once your dumplings are completely filled, once again sprinkle with some semolina flour to prevent sticking and boil them in a large pot filled with boiling water. You can choose to salt your water if you want. I did not, but then they will float to the very tippy top when they are completely cooked. For an additional You can choose to lightly fry these pierogi in vegan butter or air fry them, and I will leave my quick short linked at the top right so you can check out just a very simple way to do that. But thank you guys so much for watching this week's video. Subscribe for daily shorts and full vegan tutorials every Friday. See you next time.